Morning. Juan Fernandez from Guapa TV, Puerto Rico. All right, Mr. Hiddleston, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about your wonderful new series for Disney Plus. So let me ask you this. Did you actually know always that Loki contained multitudes and that you were going to get to play all of them? Or is it sort of a pleasant, exciting surprise to sort of keep finding new things to a character that you've been playing for so long?
Yes, I think to both questions.
Okay.
I think I knew he contained multitudes because in my initial, by the way, great question, and thank you. I think I knew he contained multitudes from all the things I'd read. I went back to the old Norse stories and the Marvel comics and everywhere Loki turns up in culture, and could see that this mercurial trickster is used in different ways. And sometimes he's very, very dangerous. Sometimes he's very charming. Sometimes he's kind of a chaotic, neutral character who's kind of dancing on the fault line between good and bad. Sometimes he's a part of a family with Thor and Odin and everything. And at the same time, I didn't ever expect that I would get to explore all those multitudinous aspects of him in a series. So I was completely surprised and delighted, and then did a lot of head scratching as to how on earth we were going to pull this off. So it was definitely like doing a sort of Rubik's Cube in my head half the time. But we got somewhere in the end.
Is self-aware Loki exciting to play? Because I think that moment where he sort of reveals a motivation that can either tonally go push him as a bad guy, which you just mentioned now, or tonally makes him a trickster with a comedic. I wonder if that was exciting to sort of pin down and actually get him to verbalize that.
Yes, I think so. I think over the course of the last 10 years, I've constantly been trying to ask myself, what does Loki want? Does he know, or is he just trying to disrupt and transgress and provoke? Because these chaotic tricksters, that's sort of what they want, is that they don't really know what they want at the end of it. They just know that they like chaos. They like disorder. And what I love about the series is that somehow it suggests that Loki's energy and his contribution is occasionally necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Like 9 times out of 10, it's like, Loki, shush, we don't need your contribution. We don't need your chaos. But occasionally, chaos is what we need. And I think that's a part of life, which I was drawn to.
Which sets me up to the next question, because filming and film production, I know you guys prepare and all sort of stuff, but filming in an actor's life is actually pretty chaotic by itself. So I wonder, since you had 2020 without the chaos, are you sort of addicted to the chaos in the same way that this character is, or do you think you have a healthier relationship with it because it's your job?
I need more order, definitely. I try to create order wherever I can. I think you're right. As actors, we get used to managing uncertainty to some degree, because you never know what's around the next corner, and you never know. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing next year or what the next project might be. But I've always been drawn to that sense of possibility, actually, that anything could happen, and that's a really interesting place to live. Is it kind of keeps you in the moment. It feels very alive. But of course, there are times when I think, actually, especially last year, where we were definitely challenged. All of us were challenged with a degree of uncertainty in a kind of unprecedented way. But we made it through, I guess, and we should all congratulate each other on handling that, I think.
Well, congratulations to you. And it's always been a pleasure talking to you about this character and about the work that you do. My time is up. Stay healthy. And thank you so much.
Likewise, Juan.